Global Banking and Finance Review Awards reflect the innovation, achievement, strategy, progressive and inspirational changes taking place within the global financial community. The awards were created to recognize companies of all sizes, prominent in particular areas of expertise and excellence within the global financial community. Today, we're pleased to present an award to People's Bank Sri Lanka for Best Investment Bank Sri Lanka 2022. Recently, we were pleased to welcome Ranjit Koditukawaku, CEO of People's Bank, to our London studio to receive the award, and later I took the opportunity to talk more about People's Bank achievements and plans for the future. Welcome to London. So good to talk to you. Thank you for coming here today, and indeed congratulations on the awards you received from Global Banking and Finance.
Thank you, Phil. It's a pleasure to be here and winning the award from Global Finance.
Let's talk more about your organisation, the People's Bank in Sri Lanka, well established of course, and many innovations over the years, including the Investment Banking Unit, which was established a few years back. Tell us a bit more about the organisation and how it came to be, and indeed about the banking unit itself.
Yes, Phil. We People's Bank celebrated its 60th anniversary in July 2021. For the last 60 years, we've been servicing the entire nation by supporting the economic growth and well-being of the society. We are well known for the superiority in banking, in providing banking services, and our investment bank unit was established in 2011 with a view to support and induce the economic growth in Sri Lanka.
What kind of services do you actually provide from the investment banking unit?
People's Bank investment bank units provide services in financing and advisory services, debt restructuring, trustee and custodian services, syndication loans, restructuring, etc. There are many facilities provided by People's Bank investment banking unit.
Quite a long list in actual fact. Is there anything that you are particularly proud of or pleased with in the way of transactions?
In fact, year 2021 was a very successful year for us. We have concluded 3 successful transactions during the year. The first one was a non-banking listed debenture issue for LOLC Holdings PLC, which was to the tune of rupees 10 billion. Then we also did the largest ever state-owned entity listed debenture issue for Ceylon Electricity Board, which was for 20 billion rupees. And then we also did a debenture issue for People's Leasing and Merchant Finance Limited to the tune of 10 billion. That is also the largest ever listed non-banking debenture issue in Sri Lanka.
Obviously, it's been a very challenging time in the last couple of years, the worldwide pandemic, etc., and other problems. How has the People's Bank responded to those challenges, and what kind of adjustments did you have to make?
Well, the pandemic dealt a huge blow to the foreign exchange revenue entities in Sri Lanka, resulting in foreign exchange revenue, declining in foreign exchange revenue. This has led to drastic decline in foreign exchange revenue to Sri Lanka, resulting in stability of the exchange rate and hurting the investor confidence and also the lenders' confidence. Taking into all these facts, we've put into a situation where we were under tremendous pressure to manage affairs. However, we were able to come out of this stress situation, taking right decisions and having a strategic approach to overcome these situations.
Do you feel now that things are beginning to stabilize once again?
In fact, we have adopted several new measures and strategies which are very agile in addressing these issues. So hopefully we'll be able to overcome these problems in a short time.
Now, you mentioned at the beginning of this discussion about some of the technical innovations that you've introduced, this digital operation, digitizing services and so on. Tell us a bit more about what you've been able to bring into service across the country with that.
The People's Bank has digital supremacy in Sri Lanka. We've been focusing more on digitalization bank over the last few years, which has led to a tremendous growth in our customer base and transactions. We introduced a totally paperless digital solution, which we call PeopleWiz, our solution for onboarding customers. During the pandemic, over the last 2 years period, we were able to onboard about 1.7 million customers through this platform to People's Bank. That was one of the great achievements. Also, our People's Bank's mobile payment application has the largest subscribers, and it surpassed 1 billion active users last year. That is the largest in the country. We also introduced a novel payment app, which is called People's Pay, which inbuilds payments and lifestyles as well. Our solution for corporate customers is People's Win, for which we could onboard over 7,000 customers during last year. Overall, we are focusing heavily on investing and enhancing our digital channels. We also brought in other standards like ISO IEC 27001 2013 accreditations, which is the first ever bank and which is the only bank in Sri Lanka to achieve that accreditations. If we talk about the volumes of digital, last year alone we have done over 100 million transactions through our digital channels, and our volumes are well about rupees 1.5 trillion.
That's very successful, and I'm impressed with the numbers. Just as a supplementary question to you, how did the people of Sri Lanka respond to that? Are they fairly technically knowledgeable or a little bit resistant?
In fact, what we observed earlier was people were reluctant to adapt to digital applications before the pandemic. So one thing that came as a blessing due to pandemic is that the people started adopting digital applications because there were restrictions in movement, and it was easy for them to do their transactions at home while by using digital applications. So the pickup was very fast. I think it almost tripled during this post-pandemic era.
Well, that's obviously a very positive result out of a very negative situation to start with. Looking to the future, bearing in mind that things are beginning to stabilize a bit now, how do you see your business strategy going forward in the years to come?
We are focusing on strengthening our capacities, abilities and delivery channels by way of digital means. We are strongly focusing on our human resource capacities, technology, and also the customer care. So those are the strategies we are going to adapt, and we've also introduced a new strategic plan where we are trying to be agile and adapting to the current situation and see that we do a better service with an aim to grow our business. We also are thinking of expanding our investment banking unit by introducing an array of new portfolios. So that way I think we'll be able to sustain and grow and exceed our targets that has been set for this year 2022 and beyond.
Well, I wish you every success with that. In the meantime, once again, congratulations on your award from Global Banking, and thank you for coming to talk to us today.
Thank you very much, Phil.